Hi, I am Fiona Cook, a maternity nurse and the author of A Helpful Guide to a Happy Baby. And today I want to talk about swaddling. I love to swaddle babies when they're very new, when they're first born, because they've come out of a very tight space, haven't they, in your tummy, in the womb, where they're curled up in fetal position and there's really not very much room to move, and when they push out with their arms or their legs, there's a boundary there. So that's the reason that I like to swaddle, because they feel secure, they're still wrapped up, and I've got that womb-like safety and security. Swaddling must be done safely, so I only do it in the first month, possibly 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, they would be coming out of the swaddle. So it literally is for newborns only. It mimics the womb and it must be done safely is what I'm about to say. So you must make sure that your baby doesn't overheat, for one. So you swaddle with very thin swaddling material, never with a woolly blanket. Dress your baby appropriately to the weather. So obviously if it's really warm in the summer, you may have your baby in just a vest and a nappy, or even just a nappy, and you can still swaddle in a very loose muslin cloth. Or in the winter you may have a vest, a baby grow and the swaddle. Possibly even a blanket. Literally depends on the temperature of the environment that the baby is sleeping in. And the other thing to remember as well is to make sure that the hips are free. So you're only swaddling really around the tops of the arms, so even their hands underneath, they can bring their hands up towards their mouth, and as they grow and get older and stronger, they will get their hands out where they can suckle at their hands. But at the very beginning, you're just swaddling around the arms, their hands are inside, and the hips are literally loose. They can get their legs up into a froggy position. Other safety issues. And then also when they start to get around 6 to 8 weeks, they start to move more. So they're likely to get hotter when they're moving more. So that is a time when I've usually got the baby out of a swaddle by then. Sometimes I just swaddle one arm, literally depends on the baby. I may swaddle one arm and the other arm out, or I may swaddle with both of the arms here so that the swaddle comes across and the arms are out and they easily get their hands out. And some babies love the swaddle so much that when you start to transition them out of the swaddle, that they don't sleep so well, and you can go into a transitional swaddle where their arms are up here. But what I have found is that they sleep so much more calmly in the newborn phase when you have swaddled them. So obviously with a newborn baby, you'll maybe be breastfeeding or you'll be holding your baby quite a lot, and they really don't want to go down in a cot because they feel separated from you. But if you have swaddled them, they're more likely to, if they're asleep and you swaddle, they're more likely to stay asleep because they feel safe and secure. So not only does it mimic the womb, it mimics you holding them. Obviously, if you want to hold your baby and you have the time to sit and be with your baby all the time, then the best place for your baby is in your arms and being held. But swaddling enables you to be able to put your baby into the cot where they feel secure and warm and safe, and they will sleep, obviously, until they're hungry again. So that's why I like the swaddle, because it does mimic the womb. And some people will use white noise as well, which mimics the whooshing sound of the placenta and the noise that you get inside the womb. I will end it there because actually white noise is a whole other topic, isn't it? So swaddling is what I'm talking about. Bye for now.